Special good morning to the listeners, special good morning to the viewers. Welcome to today's edition of To The Point, Monday, the 17th day of August, 2026. Our listeners via social media platforms, let me say good morning to you and welcome to today's edition. Nice to have you folks back with us this morning. Nice of me being back with our listening and viewing audience. Guess you missed me for the last couple of days or so. It was into last week, yeah. Anyway, let me say good morning to Mr. McPhail. Mr. McPhail, good morning. How are you doing, sir?
Good morning,
Welcome back, sir.
Good morning to your viewers and listeners. Thank you for the welcome back.
Yeah.
It's been like...
Feel like forever.
Yeah.
It feels like it's feeling like it was forever. We haven't.
It's about 3 weeks, right?
Most likely because it was the week before. Right. But we didn't do the emancipation because usually they will have the emancipation holiday on the Monday when it used to be on the Monday.
Right.
I think we did came in.
No,
we didn't come in.
No, we didn't come in.
I'm not sure why, but we didn't come in. Yes, you didn't come in.
Yeah.
No, you didn't come in. I think I just did more or less an open line that Monday morning. And then, the following week after that, Carnival, and then so forth. So, it is what it is. Let me say good morning to, of course, Mr. McIntyre, wherever he may be.
And, of course, extend apologies on his behalf because of some urgent national and regional...
you always have to do what he has to do.
Right.
You always have to do what he has to do. So, good morning to you, sir. And certainly hope all is well with you. Well, I know all is well with you.
All is well.
All is well with him. All is well with him. Yeah. So, let's kick this off this morning. The conversation, minor synopsis of what took place, especially with the roads for the last couple of weeks with the visitors on island, sir. Your take.
Before we get into that, I just want to give flowers.
You want to give some flowers?
Yes, right. I want to give flowers to the RGPF, especially the traffic department. I think they did a marvelous job over the holidays.
All right.
The events at the stadium, parking was well managed.
All right.
Entrance, exits, well managed. And parking was not an issue, really and truly.
All right.
There were ample parking areas identified as far as Old Trafford in Tantine. But parking was not an issue.
I still saw, from my advantage where I live, traffic has to go that particular direction, and it was a really slow movement of the traffic. For various reasons, I understand. Everybody's trying to get into that, the narrow entrance, especially who were going over the Humbag Bridge.
Yes.
So, there was a slow movement of it from that advantage point. I still saw some chaotic parking, though, around the area. Folks, it's double parking mostly on one side and stuff like that. I did see that a whole lot of it happening, especially after the events and you moving back after the event. You notice that double parking. I hope that could be fixed in the future. Understand, in terms of maybe I would say encourage folks to do that park and ride.
Yeah.
You understand? Mostly out of the vicinities. There are areas where folks could park and maybe have that source where they could be picked up and bust into the stadium and so forth. I think that could be a plus.
That could be a
plus in terms of alleviating that traffic congestion we see from time to time.
But I'm surprised about the double parking because I know that the clamps were really in effect, especially in the Tantine area.
Maybe in those areas. But for me, when I saw it after the Soca Monarch, and there were lots of double parking.
There was a cruise. Well, there were several cruises, but this particular cruise, vehicles were parked along the pavement in Tantine, from the homemade bakery right down to high school, and every vehicle in that vicinity was clamped.
Maybe in that particular vicinity, they had that issue there.
Although, in my view, clamping is not the solution because it's an obstruction, and you clamp, and the obstruction remains.
It remains. And if that individual does not come to have that clamp removed in a couple of hours, it remains still posing that obstruction.
But the point is, a message was sent.
Yeah. Well, certainly hope so. Certainly hope so. And folks, you don't want that extra cost on you. That's a little 150 you could have used for something else.
Yeah.
That's how we could have used for something else. But you're still going to give the traffic department some flowers.
Yes.
Still in terms of how they manage traffic.
They manage pretty well. They attended to whatever small, minor accidents they were quickly and. They operated well for the season.
I did hear some complaints from some folks. I had a friend of mine who visiting from the UK had got into an accident, and still complains she has to wait for like 2 hours or more for the traffic department to come to assist with the accidents. You know, you said you like how they handle it, but they were like 4 ahead of her.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
4 accidents ahead of hers. You understand? Right. And that was within the Grand Dance area. So imagine you waiting now, and they have 3 of us to take care.
Yes.
3 or 4 to take care before they come
to you.
And that was at like a 3 or 4 hour wait.
Right.
On the traffic department to deal with her, because there was like that one crew who was managing the accidents in that particular area at the time. You understand? Okay. So could you imagine that? You waiting there for that period of time before you could get your assistance in terms of whatever information you need to give to the police and so forth, and have that whole situation cleared up.
And there were quite a number of accidents, actually, including one fatality.
Yes.
You know, somewhere in St. Mark. I mean, our sympathy to the family, but around this time we know what obtains.
There's some things that we would expect.
Yes.
We would expect. Especially the onset of visitors visiting, who may not, there are visitors who may be driving in Grenada for the first time.
Yes.
You know, the opportunity to drive for the first time. It's not something I would have recommended, knowing in the festive season that we're into. You know, I would not have recommended, and that maybe could have been some of the issues we have, or some of the minor accidents we heard that could have happened.
Yes.
You understand? I saw one particular accident on the Carnage area, just close to the Courts Hubbard's area.
Okay.
It seemed like that person was going straight instead of going into the Scott Street direction.
Oh.
And they ran into that building that formerly housed the land for Hubbards and so forth.
Right.
And they ran into that. And I'm assuming they were good, and then somebody was coming around from the Carnage direction. So not understanding the traffic situation around there.
Yeah.
You know, I think something that could be implemented, especially when we have in the festivities of that nature, is, more information, more science, more information.
That's what I was just about to say.
Public disbursement of information, a whole lot of it. Just let the folks understand that it's not as usual in terms of how folks should be driving. You think that you do's and don'ts, and pay attention to these signs. I think that could help a whole lot too, because sometimes you don't hear about it. We may understand it because we live here. You understand? But folks visiting the island, if they're driving and the radio, and they're listening to the radio or various radio stations, that public information should be disseminated a little bit more. You know, letting them know more about how the driving procedure in Grenada.
Well, I must give kudos to GBN. I mean, they've been doing a good job in terms of traffic and advice and so on. There's this program every morning.
Yes, the traffic report
and so on. I think they've been doing a pretty good job.
Yes, it was. They did a good job. But you see, you need more of it.
So in that light, there is some collaboration between the foundation, the AMSA Foundation, and the traffic department.
All right.
We're going to be rolling out some initiatives pretty soon to highlight some of these traffic signs and things that we need to step up on.
All right. Yeah. Well, certainly we'll get that pouring out in the future, and it will help a whole lot. Because signage is be one of the issues. Because you hear from some of the visitors that signage is something that they was lacking a whole lot. You know, folks, some of them from countries that they may have to come here, signage is something that they see a whole lot. Helps a whole lot in terms of your whole commute. And then a lack of it creates a problem. It leaves you to making your own judgment now, which may not always be the best, the best one. All right. So now we're going to wrap this segment. Let's take a break. When we come back, we get into more of the conversation this morning. Stay with us. Still Point Classic Radio GBN TV. We'll be right back. Don't touch your dial. 13 minutes after the hour. Don't touch your dial, folks. We'll be right back.
Life doesn't stand still. It moves. It grows. It asks you to believe in what's next. Your first car. Owning your home. The business you build. The future you choose to invest in. Life moves in steps. When you're ready to take the next one, we're here to help you move forward with banking solutions designed for life. From vehicle financing and mortgages to education savings, credit solutions, and support for your growing business. Republic Bank, ready for life, every step.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Looking to take your business to new heights? Advertise with GPN on our social media platforms and get noticed by our 138,000 plus followers. Reach a massive engaged audience ready to connect with your brand. No matter your business size, GPN is here to help you grow. Contact us today at admin@gpn.gd or WhatsApp 407-8458 to get started.
Back to school shopping just got easier with the National Lotteries Authority's Grand Back to School promotion. From July 1st to August 15th, turn your Instacash and scratch tickets into chances to win school shopping vouchers. Simply collect $10 or more in Instacash tickets or $10 or more in scratch tickets. Staple them together by game and write your name, address, and contact number. Then drop them off at any authorized lottery location. 50 lucky winners will receive $300 in shopping vouchers for uniforms, books, bags, stationery, shoes, sportswear, and more. Don't throw away those Instacash tickets. They could help you send your child back to school in style. More entries means more chances at winning a total value of $15,000. Draws on Friday, 21st August. Must be 18 or older to participate. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
Welcome back to our listeners. Welcome back, viewers, once again to The Point, Classic Radio GBN TV. Mr. McPhail, welcome back this morning. We want to spur a little conversation that seems to always show its head around this time of the year, especially during the carnival season. You know, when I say show its head, you know, the issues relation to the congestion of traffic at venues, recreational sites where these events have been hosted and so forth. The congestion that develops. How can this be rectified in this day and age? Is it possible to have that rectified? Those particular issues that we see developing, and it relates a whole lot to traffic.
Right. So, GT, some of these issues can be addressed in a simple way. Others might be more complicated.
Yeah.
Take, for example, you have an event at Quarantine Point. Mm-hmm. We know it's a one road. One way in, one way out.
One way in, one out.
There is a road which, when you get to the top of that hill before you go to Quarantine, to the left, that can actually take you down to Point Celine.
Yes.
If that is opened up and made thoroughfare, then that's one solution to that problem there.
Okay.
But when you have an event at Quarantine, the traffic backs up to Wall Street.
Yeah.
Because, you know, everybody wants to go in and out. Even not outside of Carnival, we see it during the Christmas period when the Rotary have the lights down there, right? It's always an issue. And I think that's one of the areas that could be looked at in terms of access. Now, that can also be used for emergency purposes.
Yes.
Imagine there's a major accident on the highway, the Morris Bishop Highway. that can be used to access in and out to get to the airport also.
Tell me, observation also. Sometimes we seen more than one event in a particular vicinity or area. Observing, let's say, there's an event taking place in the Common Park, plus there's one taking place in
Monroe playing field. Yes.
Is it something that the authorities who are issuing the permission to be looked into, knowing that the condition that's going to be developed there, having these both events primarily in the same location, and it turns out nobody wants to walk to an event. Everybody think I should drive and get to where I want to go using my own private car. I understand how people feel, in terms of public transport and all of that. But what could be done in relation to that? Having those more than one events in a particular vicinity at a particular time.
Park and ride could be one of the solutions. You have a shuttle system, right?
But getting folks who are here for wanting to use that park and ride system, that's another issue.
That's another issue, but that's a very important issue that I think should be explored. For example, you have an event in Port Louis.
Yes.
You also have one in not Old Trafford, but Roy St. John playing field. Right? You have these two events there. So you have vehicles parked all along the lagoon, all along Tantine, the top road, Port Highway.
And then still have to accommodate traffic for folks wanting to use that particular venue. That next venue come up also. And then we see the double parking, it's starting to be created there now.
Right.
Already narrow roads that we do have in Grenada. So it's the authority to look into these things in the future. You understand? And as you say, maybe a totally isolated area for your parking, for these individuals wanting to attend this particular venue. And have a clearance of the major roadways, so that we do not have that congestion that occurs.
Because remember, with the double parking, you also have to cater for emergency vehicles,
yes,
the ambulance, the police, and so on. And I think that would be a way of mitigating against that sort of build-up of traffic.
Yeah.
If we have a system of a shuttle system.
But isn't there that pre-thought? Do you think there's that pre-thought from the authorities, whether it's the traffic department or the individuals hosting the events? The congestion that's going to develop. Do you think folks are looking into that at all? Thinking, well, the nature of these events, the magnitude of patrons that's going to be attending, what can we do before we the permission and so forth is granted? Do they have that conversation in relation to that, so that don't occur now?
Well, I'm not so sure about that. I'm not sure if that conversation is held. Because we find
it should have been held.
We find it happening, and not just on land events.
Yeah,
we have cruises. So, for example, you could not access the customs head office last week because the gate was closed, so that vehicles could not drive in there because of cruises. So people had to park and walk to get to customs head office. Whereas you also, at the same time, you have a cruise in the yacht club with another provider.
Yeah.
So it's not just, like I said, not just the cruises, the events on land.
Yeah.
But also we find affecting on sea events.
So you're talking about individuals now, like me or you, who may not be attending these particular events. We are becoming inconvenient.
Yeah.
To go about our everyday business.
Yes.
It's becoming an inconvenience for us. We may understand the carnival Monday and Tuesday. That's we understand that. But when it's not a day for or deemed as a holiday or something of that nature for the events, maybe Sunday or Saturday or Sunday, which we may understand. But a lot of these events were happening during the course of a weekday.
A normal business. Because
visitors
again,
to the island.
Visitors to the island.
They don't have to go to work, but we have our business to attend to, and now we are being inconvenienced for some reason or the other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that really seriously needs to be looked into.
Yes.
We understand the benefits that are deriving for the island with these visitors to the island, and being able to partake in the events that are coming up. But there's something that seriously needs to be done in reference to that.
Yeah.
Something seriously needs to be done.
In terms of Carnival, Monday and Tuesday, though, I think the parking situation, because quite a number of folks come into the city to see Carnival, especially along the Port Highway, Lagoon Road, and so on. One of the areas that could be utilized is the Carnage. From the Hughes Street intersection, go all the way back to Portofino building. Yeah. Because bands don't really parade there.
Well, they don't use that area much as before.
Yes. Right? So you can allow vehicles to come down there, turn right, and utilize that area.
The Carnage, further back to the old library area and so forth, because there's parking.
You block off from Lucas Street here, the intersection there, all the way through to Tantine, to the roundabout.
That's all I'm saying, because if you're not using the Carnage anymore for the bands to pass, I mean, I think was there any bands going across the Carnage at all?
Not that many.
Juve?
Probably Juve. Probably Juve. Yeah. Because there was a judging point in the GTA building, right?
Okay.
Outside of that, the Carnage was pretty quiet.
So you're recommending maybe a total rethought of the whole, route system. Maybe a revamp of it in terms of relooking into it.
We may want to relook
at that for the future to come around. All right. We do for the break. Let's take it when we come back. We continue the conversation. Stay with us, folks, on the Point Classic Radio. I see the phones are going also, but we're going to attend our calls maybe in the next segment. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back after this short break. Don't touch your dial.
You've arrived in paradise. You felt the rhythm. Now let's make sure you say it right.
Hey, my name is Florian. I'm from the beautiful Aida Perla cruise ship. So today, like we Germans say, we are in Grenada. But I heard in English it's called Grenada.
Say it right. Grenada.
Say it right.
Grenada.
That's right.
Shopping just got easier with the National Lotteries Authority's Grand Back to School promotion. From July 1st to August 15th, Turn your Instacash and scratch tickets into chances to win school shopping vouchers. Simply collect $10 or more in Instacash tickets or $10 or more in scratch tickets. Staple them together by game and write your name, address, and contact number. Then drop them off at any authorized lottery location. 50 lucky winners will receive $300 in shopping vouchers for uniforms, books, bags, stationery, shoes, sportswear, and more. Don't throw away those Instacash tickets. They could help you send your child back to school in style. More entries means more chances at winning a total value of $15,000. Draws on Friday, 21st August. Must be 18 or older to participate. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers. Once again, it's To The Point Classic Radio, GBN TV, viewers and listeners via social media platforms. Good morning to you once again, and thanks for being on. Mr. McPhail, welcome back. The lines are also open to our listeners and viewers this morning. If you want to chime in on the conversation this morning, the final segment we talk in relation to issues at venues and so forth. Having folks understand that the method in terms of what they're using to attend these venues, these events, may have to be rethought a whole lot, especially for the authorities also, and even for the users, the commuters to the venues, to these particular events. It has to be rethought. A whole lot of thought have to put into it to ease up the congestion. Yeah, you understand.
Well, what might help as well is the question of carpooling, because you might find 5 persons in a home going to Soca Monarch, for example,
and everybody has their own field of transportation to go.
And they feel that they have to, because nobody's leaving at the same time. So we all leaving at different times, and 5 of us driving to go to the venue.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a lot to think about. It's a lot to think about. We do have a caller though. Caller, you're live. Good morning. You're welcome. Caller, good morning. Guess we lost that caller there. 435-2041 if you want to chime in on the conversation this morning. We also have the WhatsApp 435-2041. You can come in on the direct line 435-2041 if you want to chime in on the conversation with us this morning. Eliminating problems of that nature needs a lot of brainstorming. Yeah. It needs a lot of brainstorming of individuals who know they can make a difference, in terms of happiness. Sometimes these individuals who may understand traffic and how to eliminate these problems, sometimes they don't get involved. And it's left up to individuals who may not have that full knowledge in relation to it. And then we see what transpires after that. So we should certainly hope that we see for 2027 a different approach, been brought out, and things are more thought out. Because I would say what we see now, or what we saw, for 2026, is nothing new.
No.
And would you agree with me on that?
Yes. Yeah. Nothing new.
It's things that we've been seeing over the years.
But even generally outside of Carnival, or outside of the Spice Mass season, I'm coming from St. Patrick's. Yeah. Working in True Blue, for example. I have no reason to drive through the city on mornings. But I drive through the city, stuck in traffic, and complain every day that the traffic is bad. I wouldn't think of using an alternative route. And I think people need to use initiative more in terms of getting around and the traffic flowing. You're going to Grand Dance from town. Use the Woodlands Road. Yes. Use the Gulf Coast Road. But we all want to use one particular route and complain that the traffic is bad. So we're stuck in it, and we sit there and we fussing and cussing because the traffic is not moving. And
sometimes what individuals are using the roads for sometimes is of minimal importance sometimes. minimal importance. I'm just going to go to that one supermarket.
Yes.
You understand? And maybe I could have used public transportation, which that's it. Every other car that you get off the road is an ease of the traffic.
Yeah.
You understand? So you could have remained home and do that. Or I'm just going to go visit a friend. You understand? And sometimes a little 20 minutes walk could have helped you a whole lot more. You decide you want to drive there. You understand? So we hope that folks...
But you mentioned supermarket, but I remember during COVID, the practice started, and it has continued, where you can place your orders online at the supermarket and they deliver to you. So...
But somebody, it's gotten to the point where folks, man, a lot of folks don't want to use those services for various reasons. Prefer to go and see how things are rolling for them in their personal capacity. In terms of go and itemize to that particular way, go to watch every item and then you traffic congestions. I mean, our focus conversation is just allowing folks to think differently.
Yeah.
To help to eliminate the problem that we see occurring from time to time. We do have a caller. Caller, you live? Good morning. Caller, good morning.
Yes,
Caller, good morning. Caller, good morning. I guess that caller is not really ready for us this morning. If you call in, make sure your device in the background are turned off completely. You could hear us or hear me per se via the telephone, so there's no need to listen to the television or the radio in terms of to have a conversation with me this morning. You could listen to me directly via the telephone. Let's try that phone line again. Caller, you're live. Good morning. Caller, good morning. Yes, I don't think that caller is sort of ready for me this morning. 435-2041, 435-2041. If you want to chime in with us, we have approximately just around 20 minutes or so left on today's edition of To The Point. Myself and Mr. McPhail this morning. Good buddy, of course, Mr. McIntyre is unavailable for today's edition. Hopefully we'll be back next week if all goes well in terms of what the reasons why he's out for today. We roll through the various synopsis, Mr. McPhail. I'm not sure there's anything else that you want to chime in on.
There's a issue that was raised with me recently. That gas station at the Botanical Gardens.
Yeah.
Just after the roundabout. And the person raising the issue with me pointed out that when you come in from Tarntine direction, you get to the light and you can make a right onto the Lagoon Road.
Yeah.
Traffic is flowing from Lagoon onto Tarntine. When you get there and you want to use that gas station, you're really supposed to...
I have run into that problem already, because now you have to make that split-second decision.
Right.
Because now the light is for who is coming from the Botanical Garden direction to go to the Lagoon direction, or if you want to go to the Kirani James Boulevard direction.
Yeah.
And there are folks who are now coming from the old Reno Cinema direction to come around, and then you want to cut in to go to that gas station.
And really, you're supposed to go around the roundabout at the bottom, the Aline Francisque roundabout,
and come back and not cut in from there.
And not cut in.
I have never paid attention to it in that particular.
And after he raised it with me, I looked at it for myself, and I realized, yes. So maybe an island should have been placed there or something.
I've never thought about it in that particular way for myself, because sometimes you go and you want to go into the gas station, so you just take that split decision and you pop in really quickly. I have done it. But I never thought of the option of having to go straight, go around,
and come back.
And then when you're coming back, you
swing in, because you actually causing obstruction in two lanes.
Yes.
Those behind you and those coming, right? You hold
sometimes you hold that up there because you're waiting for whoever's coming from the other direction to
ease you up.
Give you a little ease off. Who may give you a little ease off, I would say, to go in. Let's stop this caller. Caller live. Caller live. So we lost that caller there. But that's interesting to know.
Yeah. And even when you leave that gas station, Well, this one I've known for years. You're not supposed to just cut in and go into the traffic.
I understand your way of going back around.
Yes, you go around the roundabout,
and then you move on. But some folks do, you just wait a couple minutes, if nothing is coming in, and they just go. All right. But
nothing may be coming, but then suddenly something appears on you. What do you do?
Yeah. There's a lot of split-second decisions you have to make there. Caller, you're live. Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Doing great. Go right ahead, please.
Right, good. It called for a restructuring of the traffic, the importation of vehicles, and investment in places to park. Apart from that, we need a cultural revolution because there are some folk that just do not think. If you are going to Hubbard's, for example, you want to park in front of us. Nonsense. The place has changed. We have outgrown St. George's about 50 years ago. So it calls for a conversation. I think the police need to get more involved in communicating and even restructuring the whole traffic in the city. Places that are one-way, probably see if it can be two-way with no parking on the side. And a general conversation has to be created or have in order to resolve those issues because they can pose a serious stress in the event of an emergency with the fire, the police, the ambulance. I mean, God forbid, imagine you have to go to the south. There might be something with an aircraft in Point Celine, and the medical experts and other folk has to get there. What will happen? How will the international community view Grenada? Thanks for listening.
Thank you, caller. Important point there from
very good point. The only thing I'm not quite sure we can do anything about is the importation of vehicles.
We could do it, but in terms of restructuring, I mean, and it's a conversation we've been having continuously always having. Traffic situation in Grenada needs to be reviewed seriously reviewed. We do have another caller. Caller live. Good morning. Welcome.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Go right ahead, please.
I think we need some assistance from the drones in the evening time, particularly. And even going up to the GBSS school there too. I think some people do the same thing, like going into the gas station. And I often remind them that they need to go down to the roundabout and to go back up because I can see some intelligent people like that behaving in this kind of a way. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. And right. I also notice folks sometimes exiting coming down the hill.
Yes.
And they want to exit, and then they want to either go this way or go to the Kirani James Boulevard direction.
Right.
But is there another exit to get out of the GBSS?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore.
There used to be passing through the college.
Yes.
But that gate is blocked, so it's not accessible anymore.
So that hill is both an entrance and an exit. But so I think an exit needs to be developed there, because folks coming down, you obviously have to give them the opportunity to wait. Because if you have that green light as a go for you.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. We do have another caller. Caller live. Good morning and welcome.
Morning, gentlemen. How is everybody?
Doing great. Go right ahead, please.
I'm blessed, man. Yeah, I want to get some flowers here. In Mr. Mobilization, I want to give some flowers. I spoke to money here a few weeks ago concerning the coroner's hole by Hubbard's department there. I wish you go and they block up, they do a good work, they complete the hole and everything. They grade the sidewalk and all, and I say do some work going up high by Murder now. They do some great sidewalk right now. It's very good. So I give some flowers for that. And that's what I want to give him right now to come and do in any case if he complete it is by the Botanical Garden bus stop shelter. There is some garbage there from since the foundation bagel. There's some stuff on the ground and it's still on the ground there. And you have about 20 feet or more on the sidewalk stuff from the area there. About 20 feet or more on the sidewalk that the years ago. Yes. More the rainfall, more you go in the drain, more the rainfall, more you come out on the sidewalk and thing. And the whole of Tantin sidewalk there right now, by Marshall College and thing, need upgrading. Because when the rainfall, it's a swimming pool. When the rainfall, I walk the path every day. And then when the rainfall, I skip. It's water all about on the sidewalk there. You have grass there right now about 7 feet tall. I thought grass right now about 7 feet on the sidewalk there right now. That is CT. Don't have to be like that. Don't have to be nice and don't come down and sit down you straight and you wonder if you like to, you know. That grass there a lot of years now. I told them anything about it in the past and gone by, they didn't take me on. Dig up the grass in any case and all them trees that are come back growing is that they put Gramazone now. It did. Grass grow again next week again. It grow. If Gramazone again, grass come, it grow again. I mean, that was some money, was that time. Dig up all the grass on the side there and grade the sidewalk now. One grade from the sidewalk from the bus shelter right back to Homeway. Need upgrading. The sidewalk is sinking. And his swimming pool you have on the ground there. And make place look nice and thing, man. So I give you flowers for the carnage.
Thank you a whole lot. Thanks a whole lot. Another concern is raised by one of our listener viewer via the WhatsApp, and they're saying, I want to bring to the awareness of the crane that are left hanging, that are left dangerously swaying in the breeze behind Fort George and directly over the I ward at the General Hospital. I think in relation to that, I think it's that crane that is here.
Yeah, that's to do with the project.
The project that is
the restoration project. Yeah. But I think I know what the person is talking about there.
I mean, from time to time you see it just hanging over there. Is it secured enough? You know, the way it is.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure.
I'm not sure. Because it stands precariously over the I ward. Yeah.
Interesting. 435-2041. Of course, let's take that break. Our final one for this segment, and when we come back, we get into the final segment of the show. Moving up to 15 minutes before the top 10. We'll be right back after the break. Don't touch your dial.
Life doesn't stand still. It moves. It grows. It asks you to believe in what's next. Your first car. Owning your home. The business you build. The future you choose to invest in. Life moves in steps. When you're ready to take the next one, we're here to help you move forward with banking solutions designed for life. From vehicle financing and mortgages to education savings, credit solutions, and support for your growing business. Republic Bank, ready for life, every step.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Got something to share?
Call us at 440-1252.
WhatsApp 405-3052 or 407-8458.
Or email gbnnews@gbn.gd.
GBN News, first, accurate, voted #1.
Like a freestyle, the life block flowing mile by mile. It's legacy, a beat that don't stop like Bob Marley said. One love on top. The sewage water out of sight, but it's always wrong. Don't lose the light. From factories and wells so deep, cause one goes and fish they weep. Grey water for the garden, keep it green. Save the cash and the earth gets clean. We use the water with a mindful mind. It's out of sight, but never far behind. In nature, the answers always flow. Like water running pure, the cycle grows. It renews itself, same drop, same beat. It's all good, man, you got the heat. Water flow, no clean water, no vibes they grow. to protect our future.
Time to go.
Welcome back. We're in the final segment of today's edition of To The Point. Mr. McPhail and myself, we've taken you through this morning. The lines are still open to your listeners and viewers. If you want to chime in anything in particular you want to chime in on this morning in reference to traffic related this morning, feel free to do so. We have approximately 10 minutes left on today's edition of To The Point. So McPhail, I'm not sure of anything that you want to bring to the fore as we get into this segment.
Oh, GT, we could just continue talking about the indiscriminate parking. For example, I think it was Saturday morning, I was driving through Hopevale, through to Tilbury, onto St. Paul's Main Road. And the entire roadway from Hopevale, on one side, vehicles parked. Around the corner, on the straight road, vehicles are parked. I don't know if it's just an overnight thing and then during the day it eases up, but I mean it's simply ridiculous that you have so many vehicles on the side of the road parked. And
not only park, but the indiscriminate way in which they park also.
Yes.
You understand? Yeah. Not noticing that, if I park there's a corner just a couple of meters away that is going to obstruct other oncoming vehicles. Yeah. They would not see the approaching vehicle.
That's not my concern.
You understand?
My concern is that I park.
I park. And I have to go to wherever I have to go, so it stays right there.
It stays there.
And it stays right there.
Yeah. And I must commend the police again. Grandin's Valley.
Them a lot of commendation this morning.
Yeah. Grandin's Valley, Springs Main Road was an issue in terms of parking and the traffic. Since they put up the signs, the parking and the traffic is flowing much better in those two areas.
Yeah.
And through the valley, Woodlands, Springs, traffic is flowing very good in those areas.
All right. We do have another caller. Caller live. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Go right ahead, please.
Right. Mr. McPhail, I would like you to come through the Limes Road from the main road, from both sides, from West Bishop Highway by the Carry Factory to come up that road, and from the other side by the mall there.
Plaza side to come across.
Side, yes, and come up the road like you're going up to Guankai Hill.
I know where you're talking about, sir. As a matter of fact, I saw it on up to Saturday morning. I saw that area as well. That is another nightmare.
A real nightmare. If a fire occurs in one of these areas up here, the fire truck cannot
be able to pass.
No.
Definitely. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Much.
I saw that area. The caller lives there.
Yeah.
Right? So he knows what. But that area there, because to go up to Guankai, the parking is on both sides of the road. So you have a narrow strip in the middle to drive. And as he said, the fire truck would not be able to pass there. It's too wide.
Caller live. Good morning. Welcome.
Morning, sir. How are you today?
Doing great. Let's hear from you.
Yeah. A problem that people having in some areas in Grandans, Montrouge, and so on and places. The problem is that now these days the solid waste don't picking up grass because they're only picking up the other things. But what I'm saying, what they want us to do with the grass, because most of the people don't have place. Sometimes it's a little piece of thing like 10 feet or something, so you have to clear with a little bit of grass and you put it in a bag. They're not taking it, and you cannot burn. So I wonder what solid waste want people that can burn and you don't have place to compost, or how they call it. What they want us to do with the grass, because they're not taking it. You know, I was saying that I find they should make a day, put in a day together just to pick up the little grass, because you cannot burn and you cannot do nothing with it. You know, because you're not allowed to burn in those areas. You understand? And also, I see in some places, still in Granans Valley, you have around a corner by the big garbage van going to Granans Valley. Some vehicles are parked right around the corner there by a mango tree. And it's a corner. And they had no parking sign there, like they break it down. So they park in there. I think the police need to do more checks and clamping more people or giving tickets. They have to pass wrong and let's make money. If people don't want to hear, do things where they would make more money. Could pay how many police more are warden. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you for your contribution. 5 minutes moving up before we wrap today's edition after the point. You know, are we hearing from callers making some points that are very, very important? You know, understand? I mean, everybody wants to be able to use the roads at ease, you know, and not be inconvenience for them and anyone else who's using. And you know, sometimes the things that we see and hear, it's worrying at times. It's worrying at times. So we certainly hope the authorities will look into these issues and have them fixed. You know, I think that's a key thing, having those problems fixed. Fixing those problems. So, McPhail, I think we get into that stage of the morning when we're going to have to take a wrap for today's edition after the point. I think we do have another caller. There will be, let's take this one for the final in terms of the calling segment, and we take a wrap. Caller, live. Good morning. Welcome.
I call back in any case, you know, because we're talking about traffic now. Now, Glen increasing with vehicles from Japan from outside world. Because it's selling all the vehicles, the diesel and gasoline vehicles from outside world in the Caribbean and Africa. AWALL, all vehicles from outside world coming out of the country and making new vehicles in the country environment-wise. And we're flocking our country with vehicles with no parking lot, no this, no that, and charging you for parking there and parking there and parking there. Put it in place first. Put parking lot in place first. We're charging people. Put it in place. The government are putting in place pipes to build parking in lot. So we are not in place. We're charging people. That's robbery. Now, first thing, some people living in River Road and Grand Mall, and they go through Granans. Why are they come to town to go to places? Which are we are to divert and go to Granans? You come from Granans and you go in Grand Mall or River Road, but you have to go to town and tap traffic. I used to live home in Parak here. I take 5 minutes to go in town. 5 minutes from Parak to town. No matter taking out, half an hour to go on the road. Pack up. Bumper. Vehicle trucking the whole private vehicle going to. No. All I want to divert all I want and go and really. This is a bus shoot from the Canada to the bus shoot system. You should have bus shoot. But who live in the Canada, who walk in the Canada to go in the Canada. And nobody will live in there, otherwise you never pass on the Canada. Guys, it was a jam session, bumper to bumper, day and night, and come on, where we going? They're not parking lot first, they will charge you. Build parking lot first, and then they will charge you, but charge you with a parking lot. So where do you want to park your vehicle? And people coming every day, government can big revenue, they won't stop people coming. Because they say, tell all the people come out on Western coming here, and the government big revenue, they won't stop that.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. So the caller is saying if I'm living in that area, I should be passing there. That's interesting to know. We do have another caller. Let's see. This will be our final. This will be the final one. Caller live. Good morning.
Well,
welcome.
I do appreciate that, Mr. Telesford. I wish to thank you very much and good morning to you guys.
Good morning to you, sir.
I beg to deviate and I'll take the last minute of your program and so on. Listen, we have a problem. The medical station in Wester Hall and the medical station in St. David cannot be reached by fixed line telephone service weeks now. Reports have been made to the Permanent Secretary's office and to the Office of the Chief Medical Officer. Nothing is being done about it. It is dangerous, extremely dangerous in a case of emergency. Nobody can speak to anybody in the medical station in Wester Hall nor in St. David. I'm calling on the Ministry of Health to correct this anomaly, please. Thank you, gentlemen. I'm very sorry for intervening, but this is the only way we can get across this if we get things remedied in this here country. Please continue. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day yourself. So, McPhail, that's what we're going to take a wrap for today.
Yes, GT. We had some very good points made by some of the callers, and they would be taken into consideration.
All right.
And see what can be done.
Listeners and viewers, I want to thank all who contributed towards today's program. Thanks a whole lot. Once again, if you thought I was a little off myself this morning, forgive me. I was really off for the last week a little bit, and getting back this morning. Yeah, I think I'm a little off my cues. We could say that. Hey, thank you, folks, once again. Until then, have a good one. Join me again tomorrow. We'll have another edition for you of To The Point. That's what we say goodbye.